Of our three local major teams, Lions, Michigan, Michigan State, who has to win this week?
Well, I think it's Michigan.
Okay.
I mean, just because if you lose to Rutgers and you still got Penn State and Ohio State on the schedule,
You're done.
Well, you're not necessarily done because you can win out and still win the Big Ten, go to the college football playoffs, but it makes it a lot tougher. Nobody is expecting. I mean, if Michigan State wins or loses, there's really no difference as to how their season ends up. And if the Lions, it's because it's such a long season.
Right.
Nobody expects them to go undefeated.
Yeah,
Michigan season's a failure if they don't make the playoff.
Correct.
Yes.
And that's making the Final Four. I don't think anybody expects the Lions to make the NFC Championship game. They could,
right?
But the expectations going in will win a division and win a home playoff game.
Right.
That's kind of the universal.
Yes, we all agree. If Michigan loses tomorrow,
it's a much bigger
season's
hit.
over, basically.
Again, it's not over, but it's going to feel.
Yes, not obviously verbatim. They can win every game and then goes out, but let's be honest.
So Monday morning, Michigan will be eliminated from the CFP and will be this crowning the 49.
I said I said not verbatim, but it would have the feel of the season being over.
No, that's not what you said. I mean, if we run it
basically,
you said the season was over.
I said basically the season would be over.
Didn't we do this at the beginning of the show about the 49ers, and it was all about the words because you did it also with a must-win with the Lions when you in your prep you said season-defining, and I actually think those are two different things.
Well, who cares about what the
John's
prep?
turning red right now.
I know.
No, I'm just frustrated.
No, because John thinks if they lose to Rutgers, they're still good enough to make a run. I don't. That's why I said basically.
Did I say that they were good enough to make a run? No, I said if they were to lose to Rutgers, they still have Penn State, Ohio State. If they win out, they'll go to the Big Ten championship
of course.
game.
Yeah, if you want to go everything in black, yes, the math. If they lose to Rutgers, they can still win the Big Ten. You are correct, John.
Thank you.
But I'm not just
That's all I
going.
said.
Basically, I'm going on other things besides the complete obvious, which is the math. The math is obvious.
Stoney,
no,
what?
You're things happen in college football, and you can lose a game and recover from it. You think, because they would have a stinker this week and somehow lose this game?
Yes.
That just applies going forward.
Yeah.
You remember what I always tell you about? I learned a great lesson back in 1995 when the Philadelphia Eagles, your Eagles, went to San Francisco and beat Steve Young and the Niners 40-8. And then they went on to win the Super Bowl. Okay, stuff happens.
I know stuff happens, but I mean, if you don't give an opinion, what are we doing here?
Well, it wasn't an opinion; it was more of a statement.
Okay, so
if
let's who cares?
Michigan
just beat
loses.
Rutgers, and it'll become moot. All right, I'll ask you this. I'll ask you this question.
Hold on. Let me respond.
Wordsmith.
Let me speak. If Michigan loses to Rutgers, do I then believe they're good enough to beat Penn State in State College? I would say no.
Good. That's all I need you to say.
Okay.
If Michigan loses to Rutgers, you don't.
But it doesn't mean their season is over.
Well, you don't
they
think
could still win the Big Ten. They could still go to the college football playoffs.
Yes. Technically.
But what Gov said, if they don't go to the college football playoffs, is this season a failure? Yes.
Okay.
Glad it's almost 10 o'clock here.
Yes.
Yeah. Jeez, guys.
I know.
Okay, let's go back to
because
last
if they lose, let me tell you, I know John's going to be up for that. Let's say they have another loss. You're going to be so up for that Michigan-Indiana game. That's the point. The point is, if they lose the other games, I don't know.
Stoney used last year. If they would have lost that Illinois game, they still would have gone to the playoff. They would have won out. If they won out, they would have gone to the playoff. All of a sudden they don't beat Ohio State.
No.
They go down there with their heads down.
No. We don't know. We don't know. But yes, based upon that, yes, they still would have gone to the playoff. But Illinois was a little better than Rutgers last year.
I mean, the playoff last year had to take Ohio State probably when it didn't want to. Remember?
Yeah.
They had a tough time filling the fourth spot.
That's true. All right, so if Michigan loses to Rutgers and they make the playoff, you guys can all
we'll come in.
Whip my ass.
Yeah, we're going to come in. We'll
I'll bend over and you can paddle me.
No. No, we won't be doing that, Stoney.
From
That's okay.
Animal
Thank you,
House.
Greg. Thanks
Thank
for
you, sir.
juggling
May
it.
I
Yes.
have another?
We're going to come in on Monday and just be like, oh, so what? Who cares? They'll still make the play.
Yeah,
no, we
exactly.
won't.
Exactly, you
We'll
will.
be up in arms and it'll probably take over.
Oh, John will say, well, JJ still looked good even though he had 3 picks. I mean, no.
Did I say that? No.
No.
I didn't say that at
I
all.
know. I'll make up that.
And Bill Belichick's going to East Lansing.
I didn't say you said it. I was just making fun of what you might say. That's all.
You can't put words in my mouth. You don't know what I might say.
You're right. I don't.
You can say,
I
you
don't.
know what? I could say a lot of things you might say.
Right. And chances are, if they're weird, you're probably going to be correct.
Trust me. It probably won't take me that long to want to whoop your ass.
Well, no. That's been happening for the past 3 years.